Good Tuesday morning. I've got August 25th, 2026. Ken Arzon talking baseball here in Vista, California. I'm reviewing a book I wrote, Yearly Leaders of Every Pitching Category. I'm in chapter 7 of this book. My previous videos, I've covered 6 chapters. Chapter 1, wins, most wins by pitchers. Chapter 2, innings. Chapter 3, strikeouts. Chapter 4, shutouts. Chapter 5, games started. And Chapter 6, complete games. All those chapters, I looked at the top 5 pitchers each season leading the league in their pitching category. Chapter 7, earned run average. I was curious, which pitchers year by year made the top 5 in earned run average? So let's go through 1870s in this video, and then each video hereafter, I'll cover each decade, 10-year period, and look at the top 5 pitchers each year in the decade, leading the league in earned run average. Now I'm going to go all the way through 1870 through 2025, a labor of love. Well, I have all the numbers in this book because I did the research. So 1871, top 5 earned run average. Interesting list of characters. Some are in the Hall of Fame, and some you've never heard of, these pitchers. But 1871, the National League got going, and the Baseball Reference starts with that year. George Sutton, 2.73 earned run average, led the league. Al Spalding, 3.35. Ryan Walters, 3.43. Al Pratt, 3.76. And Cherokee Fisher, 4.35. So baseball back in the 1870s, if you had an ERA in the 2s, that's very good. 1872, how about this? Cherokee Fisher, 1.80. Al Spalding, 1.84. George Sutton, 2.73. Dick McBride, 2.85. Candy Cummins, 3.00. 1873 season. Cherokee Fisher, for the 3rd year in a row, makes the top 5 with best ERA percentage. 1.81. So that guy must have been hard to hit. Never heard of the guy. He's not in the Hall of Fame. Bobby Matthews, 2.58. Candy Cummins, 2.80. George Sutton, 2.85. Hugh Campbell, 2.94. 1874 season, Dick McBride, 1.64. Some of these guys are in the 1s. And these guys pitched 9 innings a game. They didn't come out after 5 or 6. Bobby Matthews, 1.90. Al Spalding, that's his 3rd time top 5. 1.92. Candy Cummins, 1.95. 3 times for Candy Cummins, top 5. Tommy Bond, 2.20. That was a good year for pitching. 1875, Pud Calvin, Hall of Famer, 1.16. And some of these guys are having 50, 60 starts in a season. Tommy Bond, 1.40. Joe Borden, 1.50. George Sutton, 1.59. Al Spalding, 1.59. 1876 season, George Bradley, 1.22. Jim Devlin, 1.56. Candy Cummins, 1.66. Tommy Bond, 1.67. Al Spalding, for the 5th time, top 5. 1.75. 1877, Tommy Bond, 2.10. Terry Larkin, 2.13. Jim Devlin, 2.25. Tricky Nichols, 2.59. Joe Blong, 2.73. Some of these guys haven't heard of them. 1878, John Ward, he's a Hall of Famer. 1.50. Jim McCormick, 1.69. Will Wright, 1.78. Sam Weaver, 1.95. Tommy Bond, 2.06. 1879 season. Tommy Bond again. How many times did this Tommy Bond guy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times top 5. Tommy Bond. Have you heard of him? It's not in the Hall of Fame. 1.96. 1879 season. Will Wright, 1.98. John Ward, 2.14. Harry Salberry, 2.22. Bud Calvin, 2.27. So the 1870s, I'm impressed. Why? What kind of brand of baseball was being played? Were the guys just lobbing the ball over the plate, or were they throwing hard? Did they have curveballs? Did they have changeups, sliders? And a lot of these guys are in the 2s and 1s ERA. So don't tell me that pitching was awful in the 1870s. These guys proved to me their earned run average for the season. Some guys are in the 1s, 1.64, 1.16 for Bud Calvin. And some guys are in the 2s. Earned run average. And remember, these guys are pitching 9 innings. And a lot of these guys have complete games in the season. A lot of starts, too. 40, 50, 60 starts. My chapter on starts, I list the top 5 in starts for pitchers. And a lot of guys are in the 40, 50, and 60 starts. And on my chapter on complete games, a lot of guys were pitching 9 innings. And some of these guys had 200, 300, and 400 starts and complete games for their career. And yet, look at the ERA. They're in the 1s and in the 2s. Was the hitting off during that decade? No, there was a lot of good hitters. Some made the Hall of Fame. So the 1870s. I mean, the 1876 season, every guy in the top 5 was in the 1s as far as ERA. .22 George Bradley, 1876. Jim Devlin, 1.56. Candy Cummins, 1.66. Tommy Bond, 1.67. And Al Spalding, 1.75. Top 5. All the guys had an ERA in the 1s. Impressive. So as we go along through this chapter, you're going to see that the ERAs will start to jump into the 2s, 3s, and then some guys in the top 5 will have ERA for the season in the 4s. Then you'll get the quality guys, the Hall of Famers, that will really have outstanding seasons. You know, Bob Gibson, 1.12. Remember that season? Sandy Koufax in the 60s. Some of his ERAs were outstanding. He had a 1.73 one year. He also had a 1.72. So we're going to get guys that have pretty good ERAs. All right, so Chapter 7, Top 5 Best ERAs in a Season. Next video, 1880s. I'm out.